Guess in 1976, we did a show called 1776. Of course, it's a musical about the writing of the Declaration of Independence. Tom, should I mention names? No. The director at that time decided that it would be of interest to the theater if we could take shows out into the community to let people know that we were there. Well, there was a lady in Johnstown who owned the town. She, it was the blank, blank, blank auditorium and the blank, 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 whatever. And, well, at Johnstown High School, she gave the money for the football stadium. She asked us if we could bring 1776 to the football stadium and do it as an outdoor. Well, according to the director, basically we're outdoors here, why don't we just take the show? So what he did was he wrote up a set design basically made out of just 4x8 platforms, and they got the volunteer fire department to put these platforms out on the 50-yard line. We had the orchestra back behind, and we decided we were going to do 1776. I mean, we had rented these costumes, and it was a gorgeous show. What they didn't tell us was the concrete stadium seats right in front of us were the only place that they were selling tickets for. They wanted to use this as a money-making project. Also, what they did not tell us was that the annual 4th of July fireworks would be presented right behind the football stadium as soon as our show was over. And so, as the show starts, first of all, the audience cannot hear us. The sound system they've got is rinky-tink, who knows what. And it kept picking up the fire department's walkie-talkies. We would be performing and suddenly, so we're trying to perform. We're trying to do the show. During intermission, they apologized because they said people are going to start coming for the fireworks. Well, what they didn't tell us was that here's the cement stadium seats, and then all the rest of the stadium is this hilly grassy knoll where people come and they bring their blankets and they bring their kids and they bring their animals and they bring their radios to play music, and we're still trying to perform out on the 50-yard line. And it's like getting harder and harder, where the audience that's actually paid can't hear us. We are being distracted by everything else that's going on. So finally the director, who himself was playing Colonel McKean, says, let's just go through it, say the lines, get it over with. I've had enough of this. He even told us, he said, I've heard of prostituting your art, but next time I'd rather sell my clothes. And I have used that quote many, many times. So we went through the show as fast as we could, and they told us, when we got to the end, the final pose when we're signing the Declaration, they said, pause, because we're going to shoot some big fireworks over your head, which would be a neat ending. Well, what they did was those big sonic boom things. So we're holding our pose, and all we hear is, boom, 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 boom. So the girl who played Abigail Adams, I don't know what possessed her, but she said, what's around the track? So the entire cast in costume, these gorgeous velvet costumes, the two girls, there's only two females in the show with these huge hoop skirts and everything. We take off running around the track, and the girl who played Martha Jefferson, we get about halfway around the track, and she lifts up her skirt towards these freeloaders. And she goes, "F you, freeloaders!" And of course, with the rented costumes was supposed to come all of these petticoats and everything. But here we are performing outside, 4th of July. So what she had underneath was, shall we say, most inappropriate, but anyway. You know, and we all ran around the track, you know, flipping off the audience. And I don't know whether we ever made any money or, well, I know we never were invited back. Okay.